Sarah, I just want to start by thanking you for taking the time to chat with us at the Christian Beat, all about God's here and your role both on screen and in creating the soundtrack.
Yes. Thank you
So,
so much for having me.
congratulations. I'm just curious how that opportunity for you came to be, if kind of and both pieces of it, if it came together, if it was one and then the other. Do you want to just kind of talk about that process a little bit?
Yeah, sure. Well, this is my first acting role that I've ever had. But I've been in music before that pretty much my whole life. So
Hmm.
professionally, I'm an artist, singer-songwriter, but acting is something that has been on my heart the last few years. And I really didn't have any connections into the acting world. But the lead actor and the director and writer of this film, Bill McAdams, he actually had a mutual friend with we had a mutual friend that was my A&R at my record label, Curb Records. And he reached out to him because he was writing the film and he needed somebody to play his wife, and kind of had this idea, well, what if she's this singer songwriter? And he's like, I'm going to reach out to my friend. And I had just told my A&R how much I was interested in acting, but I'm like, I don't have any connections. And so then he gets this email from Bill, and of course he puts my name in the hat, and next
Hmm.
thing I know, they choose me to fly out to Texas, and I just jumped straight into this role. And it was just very exciting to be a part of. I mean, it immediately felt like family. The crew was awesome. It was just an amazing first experience. And then, long story short, the director, Bill, and the lead, who plays my husband in the movie, we actually got together and we just got married in real life as well. So it's kind of a crazy story, like a real life fairy tale.
Hmm.
But as we are, he was kind of working on the movie, and he usually has someone score the film for him. But I was kind of, I've been getting into production and making music more than just my own song. And he sent me a couple scenes to write the music for, and they ended up working great. And then I ended up scoring the whole movie. So it was a lot more than I thought that I would be involved in, but it's been such a beautiful experience to be a part of.
Absolutely, absolutely. And I'm curious if any of like from your music video experience and some of that piece of it, if any of it helped you in any way or prepared you for this, or if it was just like so different for you that it was just like incredibly a new experience.
No, it was actually very similar. I've done so many music videos throughout my career, and I think that's probably what actually helped me get into this movie, because Bill went on my YouTube page and he saw how comfortable I was in front of the camera. And so
Hmm.
it really wasn't that much different when I got to the movie set. It was just different in the way that I had speaking parts instead of singing parts. So
Fair.
but yeah, I was really comfortable, surprisingly, because I'm actually really introverted, and so I kind of surprised myself how comfortable I was set.
Absolutely. And I was curious, so in writing songs for the different scenes, um, were you able to put yourself still in the music and in what you were writing, or did you treat it solely as something of like writing for something else?
I put myself in pretty much everything I do. There's a little piece of me in everything, for sure. But this movie actually was pretty easy for me to write the music for, because it's a very emotional movie. So, it's a drama. So, and a lot of the scenes are a little bit, they're kind of sad and darker. I think if it was all upbeat and fun, I think I probably would have had a harder time making music. I don't know why it's like easier to write emotional, sad songs. But I'm naturally such a feeler with music, and so watching the movie back and just really feeling the scene and writing music for it, even though it was a new experience, it definitely was. It came natural for me because that's how I write my own music. It's based off of stories and experience in my own life. So I just took what I saw in picture and tried the best that I could to create it through music, and it worked.
Absolutely. Did you find that you were able to play with not only the lyrics, but also the musical styles and the sound of it a little bit more than you would maybe do in your solo personal career with trying to match for the music in the movie?
Yeah, yeah, because I would say my personal songs are, even though they are emotional, they're more in the pop genre. So there's a lot of, up tempos and even like dance songs sometimes. But with this, I used a lot of different, more like soundscape type um, sound design, and also more cinematic features that I may not use a ton in my own music. I definitely
Mhm.
want to incorporate that more in music. But yeah, it was a cool experiment for me because I got to really experiment with different sounds that I don't typically use in my own music, which was
For
fun.
sure. So I guess the next question would be, would you do it again, any piece of it, given the opportunity?
Oh yeah, I would. Yeah, I would do it tomorrow if they asked me to. We already kind of have been planning just more things in the future and just dreaming up ideas. I think I'm constantly putting myself in these positions where it challenges me in the best way, So like producing for one, like that's something that I just kind of jumped into in the last couple years, and it was very uncomfortable at first, but the more I just told myself like you can do this, and the more I did it, the better that I got. The same thing with acting. I think hopefully there will be more opportunities there, and now that we're married, we're doing this together, so it's such a fun season of life, and I'm super hopeful and excited for the future and all that it has in store.
Oh, for sure. And I don't want you to feel that you need to spoil any secrets or anything. But speaking about future, is there any other things for you personally or other things career-wise that you are in the works and excited to see come out?
Yeah, so there will probably be a soundtrack with this movie. So when you watch the movie, you'll hear about 3 or 4 songs that I wrote for the movie. So not just the score, but also
Hmm.
actual songs. So that will be coming out soon. And then I have an album, like a personal album that I have started to write for, and that will probably be coming out next year. So I'm going to spend the next 6 months just really honing in on the production and just finalizing that album, which I'm very excited about. So that's what you can look forward to.
Awesome, awesome. That's wonderful. Well, I know we're getting close to time, so I want to make sure that we give you the time back that you need. But I just want to give you one final opportunity to share just what's on your heart and kind of your prayers for people that come in contact with your work, be it the movie, be it your music, or those types of things.
Yeah, well, we're coming up on the holiday season, and this movie is set during Christmas time. And I also have a Christmas album that I released a couple years ago, and then I
Hmm.
have Deluxe that I released last year. And so with that, I think a lot of people during the holidays, it can be joyful, but it can also bring up just the reality of maybe a loss that we've experienced in our life, whether it's a family member or, just a hard time. Like Christmas is not always fun for people. And so if anything, I hope that this film and even my music along with it, well, just remind people that there can be hope in all of it, and that they are definitely not alone in this holiday season, and that God is with them through every ounce of pain that they feel, that He's right there with them. And yeah, I just hope that they can feel somehow the warmth and magic and the hope in Christmas. And even with my music outside of Christmas, I write, like I said, from a very personal place. I've been through a lot in my life, even just the last 3 years. Um, and my main thing is just really inspiring people, and even more specifically women, and those that may not feel like they're enough. I have a song called More Than Enough, and it's actually on the being spun out on the radio right now.
Mhm.
Um, and I think a lot of people are being encouraged by that song, and just knowing that they are truly enough, when even when they don't feel it, when they don't feel adequate, they are. And so I hope they can just feel encouraged by all of that.
Awesome. Well, I just want to thank you again, Sarah, for taking the time to chat with us. I'm really excited about what's upcoming for you and can't wait for it to all be out. So thank you.
Thank you so much, and thank you for your time today and your support.
Oh,
I appreciate it.
yeah, absolutely. You as well.